What's going on, Yu-Gi-Oh fans? PlotArmorCards in the house, and today I'm going to be coming to you with my Toon deck profile. Now, before we get started, if you like what you see, please consider liking, commenting, and subscribing because it does help my channel go a long way to reach new people. Now, let's go ahead and get into it, guys. So, first of all, you gotta run triple copies of Toon Black Luster Soldier. I have seen some people run 2 of these though, but I like to run 3. Cannot be normal summon. Set must first be special summoned from your hand by tributing Toon monsters from your hand or field whose total levels equal 8 or more. While you control Toon monsters, this card can attack. While your opponent, While you control Toon World and your opponent controls no Toon monsters, this card can attack directly. Once per turn, if you control Toon World, you can target 1 card on the field, banish it. This card cannot attack the turn its effect is activated. This card is really good, and right now is the boss monster of the archetype, and it's just a really dope card because banishing right now can screw over a lot of modern decks. So next we got Toon Dark Magician. This for sure is a must-have 3 of. You can't even disagree with this one. Cannot attack the turn it was summoned. While you control Toon World and your opponent controls no Toon monsters, this card can attack your opponent directly. Once per turn, you can discard 1 Toon card, then activate one of these effects. Special summon 1 Toon monster from your deck except Toon Dark Magician, ignoring its summoning conditions, or you can add 1 Toon spell/trap from your deck to your hand. Insane Searcher, really good because you can pretty much add 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, how many ever, all these cards as well. It's really good, and it just increases the potential for like a variety of different moves within this deck. Next, Red Eyes Toon Dragon. Now, I have seen people run 2 of these, but I kind of like this at 3 just because of its ability. It can attack the turn that is summoned. While you control Toon World and your opponent controls no Toon monsters, this card can attack your opponent directly. Once per turn, you can special summon 1 Toon monster from your hand except Red Eyes Toon Dragon, ignoring its summoning conditions. So, really good because you can use this to summon this, you can use this to summon this, and in turn use that to summon that if you really wanted to. Or just any of the other Toon monsters that we have, and it works really good. I can see why people run into 2 because it doesn't have a way to summon itself, but I feel like there's proper ways to summon it already, so I don't really mind running it at 3. Next, I like to play 2 copies of Toon Ancient Gear Golem. I just like this for piercing because sometimes, well, yes, you can attack directly. You want to sometimes get rid of some of the more annoying monsters your opponent may have on the field. So that's why I decided to go for that, because piercing is nice. However, you can, I mentioned it down here, you can go for the Toon Mermaid instead. Go for 2 copies of Toon Mermaid, and then you can go for Bahamut Shark and Totally Awesome if you want to go in that direction. So that's definitely something worth checking out. Next, I like to play 1 copy of Toon Harpy Lady. Basically, it's spell trap removal. I would definitely recommend throwing in a Harpy's Feather Duster or a Toon Briefcase instead. Or is it Toon Terror? One of these 2. What is it? Nope, it's this one. Toon Terror, yep. It just negates spells and traps. So those 2 I would definitely recommend. But for minimal, I would say spell trap and limiting the deck at 40 for now, I could definitely see Toon Harpy Lady being a thing. Next, we got Blackstone of Legend. So basically, you tribute this card special summon levels, so level 7 or lower Red Eyes monster from your deck. This is how you are going to be getting into your Red Eyes Toon Dragon. Really good card, and if it does get negated and whatnot, it does happen from time to time, you do have the option to link Karibo it off or maybe even relinquish Anima, so it does work really well. And then next, I wanted to try out a couple copies of the new Bestial card. So I'm running 2 Druid Swarm and 2 copies of Magnemite. I just wanted to limit this to 40. I know there are certain ratios you can probably change and get your essential Bestial ratios that you'd like, but I feel like this was nice just to test it out. Of course, you could throw in whatever other hand trap that you see fit in this. And then moving forward to the spell cards. So Triple Toon Kingdom, this is a must-have for any Toon deck. This card is activated, banish 3 cards to the top of your deck face down. This card's name becomes Toon World while in the field zone. Your opponent cannot target Toon monsters you control with card effects. If a Toon monster you control would be destroyed by battle or card effect, you can banish 1 card from the top of your deck face down for each of those monsters instead. Really good protection. This is basically how you win. This is how you win. This is a really good card, and is much needed for this deck. Next, I like to play Triple Toon Bookmark. You can add 1 Toon World or 1 card that specifically lists Toon World in its text from your deck to your hand, except Toon Bookmark. If a Toon World or worlds you control will be destroyed by card or effect, you can banish this card from your graveyard instead. So it gives your field spell really, really good protection because you're going to be using it to search, and then it'll be in the grave anyway. And so when your thing is about to get destroyed, you can in turn use Toon Bookmark, banishing it from the grave. So as we know, because of Mystic Mine and a lot of other stuff going on, that most people are main decking spells / trap removal, right? So this card is a must-have. It's a good searcher plus protection. So next, Toon Page Flip. If you control Toon World, reveal 3 Toon monsters with different names from your deck. Your opponent randomly picks one for you to special summon, ignoring its summoning condition. Shuffle the rest into your deck. Really, really good card because you can just summon. And normally I like to show my opponent this, this, and this, and then out of those 3, randomly one gets chosen, and then I get to summon one, and then from there I can make do with any other effects or anything that I need. Moving forward, Toon Table of Contents. Really good card, just so generic. Add 1 Toon card from your deck to your hand. That is most of this entire deck, which is crazy. Next we got Comic Hand. This is one I like to mess around with because if you control Toon World, you can equip it to an opponent's monster and take control of it, and it's treated as a Toon monster. If your opponent controls no Toon monster, it can attack your opponent directly. So I think it's better and worse than Change of Heart. Change of Heart obviously is only for 1 turn, but you have to control Toon World. So basically, you want this, right? So where is it? If this card is activated, banish cards. This card's name becomes Toon World. There it is. I was looking for that specific wording. So it is Toon World on the field. So when you're controlling that, you can use this thing and snatch your opponent's monster, which I really like. Next, I decided to go for Prosperity just because nice draw power. We don't tap into the extra deck too much because unfortunately, this archetype doesn't have extra deck support. I'd love to see it, but as for right now, I don't believe there is any. You can go for Extravagance if you want a cheaper option. That is the way to go. But you need draw power. I think draw power is necessary. Moving forward, Dark Ruler No More. I like this card a lot just because, especially going second, it will enable a lot for you. So I do like this card. Really, really does help out. Plus, a lot of your monsters can't be attacked or can't attack the turn that they're summoned and whatnot. So you're not really losing much anyway, so I do like this card. Next to 1 for 1, just to be able to search for Blackstone of Legend. I am trying to work out whether or not I should throw in Piri's map in here as well. That would be nice. I would really like to see that, just because it gives you a little bit more consistency to be able to search Blackstone of Legend. And once you get that, you can go for this and then pop off combos, basically. So if I can figure out how to do that within a 40 card deck, I will probably be doing that as well. Moving forward to the extra deck. So we're running a lot of Xyz monsters, as you can see. So I decided to go for Divine Arsenal AA Zeus. 3 copies of number 11, just to be able to snatch my opponent's monster. It's just dope. 3 copies of Red Eyes. Flare Metal Dragon, just to be able to just burn your opponent. If you get multiple of these on the field in some way, you win. And you're going first, you win. Then, because I'm reusing the rank 8s, or the level 8s, I decided to go for the OTK package with number 100. And then, because I'm using the bestial stuff, I just threw in a copy of Wallow, founder of the Drudge Dragons. Because we do have a level 1, which once in a while I've noticed does have a tendency to get negated, so Linkaribo, and then I have Relinquished Anima for that, and then just the usual links, Appaloosa, and then access code Talker. And then for the side deck, this is not necessarily a side deck like I always do. It's mostly just a options of, hey, these are the cards that you can use. These are the cards that maybe might help you out a little bit more. Godarla, I think, is nice. It's nice to have some sort of way to get rid of some of your opponent's more annoying monsters. And it screws over the Wind Barrier statue, so I thought it deserves an honorable mention. Toon Mermaid, like we talked about earlier, you can switch out your Ancient Gear Golems for the Toon Mermaids, and then you can in turn go for the Bahamut Shark and Totally Awesome combo, which is nice. I threw an Ash Blossom just as, like, if you don't want to use these, you can throw in really any other hand trap you see fit. Works well. Mimicat, I thought this was dope. If you control Toon World and a Toon monster, target 1 card in your opponent's graveyard. If it is a monster, special summon it to the field, or if it's a spell or trap, set it to your field. You could snatch pretty much anything from your opponent, but you have to control Toon World and a Toon monster. I thought that, well, you can do that pretty consistently. I just in case, I didn't want it to be like a dead card, so that's why I decided to go for it on the side. And then Mystic Mine, I'm pretty sure you can get away with this card in this deck. Really, really annoying card, but works wonders, I'm telling you guys. Harpy's Feather Duster. This card's super dope. Destroys all spells and traps your opponent controls. It's much needed, especially right now with Mystic Mine running rampant. So, Piri's map, I mentioned it earlier. Pretty good card. Just another way to be able to search your Blackstone of Legend, and I think it's a dope card. Toon Briefcase, basically when your opponent summons a monster, where you control a Toon monster, shuffle that monster into the deck. You have to control a Toon monster though. That's why I didn't main deck it. Same with Toon Terror. You have to control Toon World and a Toon monster, so that's why I would rather prefer that Heartbeat Feather Duster over that. So, and then Torrential Tribute. I really like this card. Really like this card because when a monster is summoned, destroy all monsters on the field. Your field spell will protect you. You just got to banish off the top of your deck, and your monsters will be protected. While in turn, your opponent's monsters all go to the grave. So I really like that card. But you guys can let me know what you guys think about this deck in the comments down below, guys. And this is PlotArmorCards signing out for the day. And you guys can let me know, again, of any suggestions you have for improvement, anything you'd add, anything you'd take out. Love to hear about that in the comments down below. I am just another duelist trying to improve his deck after all. So, and we will see you in the next video.